Alright, in this video I wanted to go through some of the main menu features with my Spektrum dx8. To get to access the main menu, like the root menu, hold down back and clear and turn the power on. First it'll go to a raw input test, and if you flip the switches, you can see how it changes. You can see the input that it's working. Just hit the scroll button, go to list. I'm kind of out of focus here. There we go. Alright, now you have model select, which the only one I pre-programmed for this is the MSRX that I should have in a couple days, any day now. But we're not going to mess with that right now. Go to model type. You can pick airplane or helicopter, and it will ask you to reset the data. I'm going to say no because it's already did it. Every time you go back up to when the list is highlighted, it'll go back to the main menu. Model name. It's very easy. You just click the scroll button on the letter, and then you can change the letter. It's really intuitive, very easy remote to program. This dx8 is far easier to get used to than my 9X. Maybe because I had experience with the 9X, this one's so easy. But it is. For your swatch type, you have 1 servo, 2 servos, 3 servos, 3 servos 120. This is what would be used for a basically like a collective pitch Trex 450 or 500 or whatever. 3 servos 135 and 3 servos 140. So you got a lot of options here. Switch select. This allows you to pick these different, you got all these different switches up top, like say the trainer switch. You can click this and you can reassign trainer, like if you want trainer to be on another switch. The same goes with any of these listed here. Very nice feature. Flight mode setup. Basically just allows you to pick your switch for your idle ups. If you don't like the standard flight mode switch where it is, you can select a different switch to activate your idle ups, but the flight mode switch is fine for me. Stupid thing's getting out of focus again. Trim setup. This just allows you to say like your throttle trim or any of your other trims here. Your trim switches, it just sets the increment, and when you click the trim switch, it allows you to either make it trim more or trim less according to this number. I just left it at the standard 5. You can reset any of your models. I'm trying to get this thing to focus. You can copy your models. Say like you want model 1 to copy to model 2, etc. Model 1 to model 30 or whatever you want to do with that. That's where you set up your warnings. Throttle over 10%. Well, it doesn't do anything. It's set on this, but it's not doing anything whenever I'm over 10% throttle. but you can set stunt 1 to give you a little alarm, stunt 2 to give you an alarm, throttle hold to give you an alarm, and then on the bottom here you can pick whether you want vibration or a combination tone vibration or just a tone. I put tone vibration. Telemetry. If you have a telemetry module, I guess you can set all this stuff up to work with your, it's got a lot of different stuff. I do not have that. Frame rate for standard servos, if they're not digital, you want to use 22 milliseconds. You can use 11, but only with digital servos. Trainers inhibited. You can activate that. Transfer SD card. This is nice. Never had this before. So you can import model from the SD card. You have 30 models internal storage here. And you can also import all of them from the SD card. Export models. You can export all of them to the SD card. I have one model in here, so let's just try export model and save to that file, and it's going to the SD card to export. And it's done. Now let's see if we can import it back. Import model. There it is. I didn't format this card right. This came out of my other camera, and it imported it straight from the card like that. I'm not real sure how to get back to the root menu unless you turn it off and then back on with holding the buttons down. System settings. You can choose your contrast, your mode. I'm in mode 2, of course. I couldn't fly anything else, I don't think. Sorry, I'm having focus issues. Battery alarm. You can adjust this to go off at anything. The lowest is 6.4 with the 2-cell LiPo, which is in this transmitter right now. Your serial number. I'm not sure what export's for. And that about sums up the root menu. That's all I wanted to go over in this video. Hope you find this useful.